Previously on Titans Rise.
Do you know the whereabouts of Donna Troy?
I haven't talked to her in ages, but I'm sure with a little detective work, I could track her down.
Good. She is the final piece of our team.
Maybe I could have stopped the Joker, and Jason would still be alive.
You can't sentence yourself to death based on maybes. What about this new team? Maybe this is your chance to try again, to lead these Titans.
Are you forming the Teen Titans again?
It might be wise of you to listen and leave. Except that it's over between you and Carol.
No way, lady! Things are far from over!
Hi, Nightwing. You're really cute, you know that.
Huh? She can talk now? But how?
Lip-to-lip contact. My species can absorb language through the method you call kissing.
And you had to kiss me to do that?
Not really. You just seem like the most fun.
Did she do something to me? Affect my mind in some way that made me want to join the Titans?
If you cared, Mom would still be alive! And I wouldn't be this monster!
You Titans are real tough when it comes to pushing others around. But you ain't shit when going against the Ravager.
You Titans did this.
No. It was those who gave him this power that are responsible.
The kid took a contract, and he's dead now because of you. I'll be seeing you again very soon, Titans.
So what will happen when he returns?
We'll be ready for him.
He'll do his job. We've given him more than enough reason to hate the Titans. That hate will be enough. Like father, like son. So true, so true.
Five heroes relax atop a penthouse apartment, gazing up at the stars above them. Just weeks ago, most of them were strangers. Now they consider themselves a team. The Titans. All of them lounged around the patio, sharing stories, laughter, and compliments. All except for Raven and Cyborg.
There, you see, Vega? That is the star of my birth. And Tamron, its 8th planet, is my home. It's been so long since I soared over its lush green valleys. I wonder if it's changed much since then.
The door to the patio opens and out walks Donna Troy, a tray full of glasses in each hand. My kind of girl.
Hey, who's up for drinks?
Hey, beautiful. Your pad is fantastic! This place must cost you a fortune. What's your secret?
I work, Beast Boy.
Yeah? For who? The Queen of England?
You're sure you're okay with letting Starfire stay here with you, Donna?
Oh yeah. This place is too big for me anyway. Besides, I think it'll be fun.
Again, I thank you, Donna Troy. I still feel like a stranger on this planet. It's been so long since I've had a place to call home.
The rest of them look at Starfire, a sadness in their eyes. Many of them understood her anguish with their similar troubles. Meanwhile, downtown, two cloaked figures make their way into a dark doorway. The slim, slender form of a woman, and beside her, the hulking figure of a man, the largest you'd ever seen.
You sure this is the meeting place, Celinda? It don't look like nothing.
Baran, you must trust your sister to not make mistakes.
Yeah, but if they were waiting for us, why is the door locked, huh? Maybe I should smash it down?
Why waste the energy, brother? When with a simple pass of my hand, I can transmute the very fabric of this wooden door into very passable water vapor.
The cloaked woman extends her hand, and the locked door begins to shift, evaporating into nothing but mist.
Come, Baran. We shouldn't keep the others waiting.
I don't know, Celinda. This whole setup stinks. I don't like it one bit.
I agree. Keep up your guard. This could be a trap by the Hive. They still haven't forgiven us since... Wait, do you see that? There are weapons sliding out of the walls.
I see him. Get behind me.
The guns that slid out from between the panels in the wall began to open fire, shredding the fabric of the coat that concealed the man. His body was adorned with a tight black jumpsuit, layered with gold bands. His hair was long and unkempt.
Ooh, they got real souped-up guns. But it's not enough to get through my hide. Nothing, and I mean nothing, can stop the mammoth. Not these toy guns, not blasters, nothing! You hear me? Nothing!
The hulking man known as Mammoth charged forward, ripping the guns out and began tearing the walls down with them. And when the hail of bullets stopped, he turned back to his sister, who dropped her coat to the ground as well. She had short, red hair and a bright, dazzling costume.
Whew. Well, what do we do now, Celinda? They tried to kill us.
No, Baran. I believe they were testing us. We stay. This is certainly the right place.
Stay? I don't like this. It has to be a trap.
The remaining wall opened up, revealing 3 men sitting at a large table inside of a newly refurbished room. At one end was a short, bearded man who tinkered with what seemed to be a small engine. At the other end sat an almost alien-looking man whose scalp had been replaced with a glass dome, his brain seemingly pulsing inside. But between them stood the one who'd welcome their guests. A tall, slender man draped in a white cape, a black costume with a glowing white helmet.
Nonsense! You two have passed the test. Please, do come in.
You're the one who's trying to recruit us for this so-called super mob?
Oh, who else? Gentlemen, I believe we just found our final 2 members.
Yes, I've seen this creep somewhere before.
Of course you have, my friend, for I am Dr. Light, Master of Illumination. And to my left,
I am Simon. Pleased to meet you.
Can't stop and look up now. Almost got this neuron sweeper working. The name's Gizmo.
I am Shimmer. I am a matter transmuter. And my brother here is called Mammoth. For obvious reasons.
Shimmer and Mammoth. Simply perfect. Well, my friends, we've completed the casting of our Fearsome 5. And for our first act together, we will destroy the Titans. Shall we get down to business?
Titans Rise, Part 3, The Fearsome 5.
When we first found you, you were an escaped slave.
But I was born into the house of Tekale, a princess of Tamarin. My sister was the eldest, but she was an outcast due to a rare disease she had. Because of her banishment, I was the next heir to the throne. But I suppose ruling paradise was not in my destiny. And even now, all these years later, when I sleep, I dream of Tamarin's beauty. My people had tamed a tropical wonderland. We lived side by side with our wildlife. We were not indoctrinated into science, so our actions were instead guided by our emotions. We loved our friends with an unrestrained heart, and hated our enemies with equal fury.
Yeah, I think we saw that back with Deathstroke and Ravager.
Nightwing, you say that my bloodlust startled you, yet that is our way. From what I've seen, you Earthlings are suspicious of your friends and show compassion to those who hate you. I'm sorry, but your way feels very wrong to me.
Corey, I didn't mean it like that.
If you think my bloodlust is terrible, you should know of the Citadel. A more bloodthirsty race has never been known, for they do not show compassion and have never shown love. It was them who attacked your planet in our first battle.
The Citadel? Who are they?
They ambushed Tamaran. They attacked our people. All was to be lost until my father, Meander, negotiated for peace. But now I know the truth. It was my sister Commander who helped bring this invasion. Her jealousy and hatred had consumed her. She went to the Citadel, gave them all of our military secrets. If peace was her only option, she'd crush our spirits in the process.
Starfire's bright orange eyes stared back up at the sky above her, at the star of her birth. She remembered the day the Citadel invaded, the day all was lost to her.
Meander, in the name of the Citadel, I take your castle and your planet for our new Empress. You know our terms if you wish to prevent the coming genocide.
So soon? I had hoped it would be longer. Daughter, Coriander, we love you with all our hearts. But to save Tamaran, I must give you to the enemy.
No! Father, please don't let them take me! No! Father, please! Please!
Silence, girl. The old fool has no choice. The Citadel demanded a sacrifice, and you, little one, are it. Take one last look, child, for this will be the last time you see your family. For if you ever return to Tamaran, they and all their people will be destroyed.
Forgive me, daughter.
Father! Mother! Meander! I love you! I love all of you!
Enough! Let's move.
And so I was taken, first to the Citadel itself for more than 2 Earth years. They experimented on me and attached me to horrific machinery. I know now that it was all my sister's doing. She was draining my solar energy, harnessing it for herself so she could replicate my powers. And when she was through with me, she sold me as a slave. I was bartered from world to world.
Your father just gave you up? Why didn't he fight them?
He did. My people fought the Citadel for hundreds of years. He had no choice. He did what he had to do. But it's been 6 years since I've seen him, my mother, or my brother. So very long.
There's a somber silence as Starfire's voice trails off. But then the silence is replaced with a cold, crisp electric cackle as Raven appears before the team.
My friends, I need you. There is an emergency.
Raven, just hold it right there. You've been popping up out of nowhere just to order us around. I want answers. Before I take another step, I want to know who you are and what we...
Nightwing stood, pointing an accusing finger at the cloaked woman. But before he could approach her, he was shoved backwards by the Flash, who quickly moved between them.
Leave her alone! How dare you question her?
Ugh! There's a blast of speed, and before he knows it, Nightwing is on the ground, the Flash having shoved him over.
What? Wally, what are you doing?
You keep your dirty hands off Raven. She's not the enemy.
And how do we know that? She always disappears when we go into action. And she's the only Titan we can't get into contact with.
Be calm, Wally. Dick is your friend.
Why don't you both cool it? If Raven has something to say, we should at least hear her out.
All right. Maybe I shouldn't have gone off like that. But I still have a lot of questions for her.
But unfortunately, answers to those questions will have to wait, for the Fearsome Five continue to plan their devious plot.
Titans? First of all, who the hell are the Titans? And second, who cares about them? I'm a thief. I'm only interested in money.
The Titans, my friend, are a superhero group, a newly formed one at that. We put them out of the way, and then no one will dare to try and stop us.
Are you out of your mind, Light? Criminals are supposed to avoid the law, not go after it. Besides, suppose we do eliminate the Titans. The Justice League would be breathing down our necks in an instant for revenge.
Shimmer, my dear, I'm afraid that it's too late to avoid this clash. My senses tell me that the Titans are coming after us. I suggest we prepare for the inevitable.
The skylight above them shatters, and down through came the Titans.
All right, Raven. I'm sorry. I may not know everyone here, but I sure as hell recognize a creep like Dr. Light.
Apologies aren't necessary. We're all working together.
Yeah? Then what happened to Cyborg? Where is he?
Being a Titan isn't like having a job. We do this in our spare time.
Cyborg's probably just auditioning for the next Star Wars movie somewhere. He's fine.
Besides, we don't need Cyborg to take down Dr. Light. I heard even the Atom's taken him down before.
The Atom got lucky. And it won't happen again. I've mastered my powers over Light since then.
Besides, this time he's got friends to back him up. Smile for the missile, kid!
Huh?
Dr. Light sent a beam straight at Donna Troy, blasting her backwards into the explosion which hurled Nightwing at her, the two colliding in a heap on the ground.
Hey! I'm the only one who gets to pick on Nightwing.
A green crow flies around Gizmo's head, scratching and pecking at the short engineer before morphing back into Beast Boy, who punches him into the ground.
Ah! Huh? Nobody's ever hit me before!
Well, what do you know? There really is a first time for everything.
Hey, creep! What'd you hit my friend for?
Uh-oh.
The beast of a man known as Mammoth grabbed a hold of Beast Boy by the back of his neck, lifting him off the ground, leaving Garfield Logan to kick his feet in the air.
Hey there, big guy. What do you know? I'm actually too small to ride this ride. Would you mind putting me down?
Oh, I'll put you down, all right.
Somehow I knew you'd say that.
And suddenly, Beast Boy transforms into a massive green gorilla, one almost equal in size to Mammoth. The two of them begin to throw large punches at each other as Beast Boy wrestles his way out of Mammoth's grasp.
Mammoth, are you hurt?
No, Shimmer. Insects do not hurt the mammoth. Nothing that lives can.
Jeez, who is this guy?
In that same moment, Raven and the Flash were in a deadly standoff with Shimmer and Simon. The Flash was the first to make his move, circling around the criminals, trapping them in a blurry gust of wind.
Don't worry, Raven. I got these two trapped.
On the contrary, young Flash, but with the tiniest thought and use of my psychic power, it is you who is trapped, caught in your own unstoppable whirlwind.
It was then that the Flash lost all control over his legs. They were seemingly moving on their own, and no matter what he did, he couldn't stop himself. Dr. Light on the opposite side of the room stood triumphantly over Wonder Girl, ready to finish her off before Starfire soared towards him, dispensing star bolts that he was quick to deflect with a shield of dazzling light.
Jiggsaw's blood! Nothing has ever been able to reflect my bolts before.
There's never been anyone like me before, dear. When Gizmo integrated the circuitry from my light gun into my costume, he increased my already incredible power. Now there's almost nothing I can't do.
Gritting her teeth, Starfire unleashed another heavy blast, one that Dr. Light struggled to deflect. It soared across the room, hitting Mammoth in the back.
Yeah! The girl's fire hit me! It burns! God, burns!
Brother, try to move. Are you all right?
I think so. That hurt like hell, but nothing can kill me, you hear? Nothing can kill the mammoth!
In an incredible feat of strength, Mammoth dug his hands deep into the floor, lifting the building around him until the walls and ceilings began to crumble, bringing the whole place down around them.
Everyone, stay calm! Try to maintain your balance.
Balance? Screw that! I'm taking to the air!
Stand back, brother. I've waited long enough. And now it's my turn. Let's see if they can survive my element-changing powers.
Shimmer lifted her hands and her eyes began to glow. The debris and wood that fell around the Titans suddenly changed before their eyes. No longer solids, but gas. A horrendous gas that left even the strongest feeling lightheaded.
The walls and floor. She's doing something.
Can't you smell it? It's ether.
It's even affecting me!
Can't stay.
Where Raven once stood, there was now only a plume of dark, billowing smoke.
Raven! She's disappearing. Again.
With Raven gone, Nightwing's vision went dark, his body tensing before collapsing to the ground with the rest of the Titans. The Fearsome Five standing above them in triumph.
Ha! We got him right where we want him. Kill Tom, boys!
No.
Huh? This whole plan was your idea, boss. Now we're just gonna leave him when we have him right where we want him?
Yes, Gizmo, we are. Something's telling me this isn't right. Let's move, Fearsome Five. Move it!
The Fearsome Five exchanged glances amongst one another. The Titans were beaten, so why leave? Hesitantly, they follow behind Dr. Light as they made their exit. Simon says nothing, but a thin, evil smile snakes across his pale lips. While most of the Titans lie unconscious on the floor, there is one who escaped to a dark dimension, one which caged a monster.
Those were the five, weren't they, Father? Don't deny it. You're controlling them, aren't you? Why won't you answer me, Trigon? Could it be that you fear me? Or is it the group I've assembled to face you that you fear?
There is silence, the air seeming to ripple with fire.
What now? Another attack? Or is this just to scare me away? Fine. I'll go then. This time. Before you can strike me down. But know this. The next time we meet, it will be on the battlefield.
The mysterious Raven disappears in a cloud of ebony smoke, but Trigon barely notices. To one of his power, she is nothing. Still, he must wonder why he couldn't strike faster. Why couldn't he slay her before she fled? The question, along with the frightening implications, gnawed at him. In Detroit, Victor Stone sits on the fire escape of his small apartment, a hoodie concealing his metallic skin, while his father pleads with him through a window.
Why won't you listen to me, Victor? I had to know where you lived, for your own good. So you had your goons at Star Labs track me down? Yeah, that helps me trust you. This is exactly why I moved out in the first place. Were you too thick in the head to understand what I meant when I said I never wanted to see you again? Please, Victor. I beg you to forgive me. I never meant to hurt you. I only wanted to help. Like you helped Mom into her grave? Like you helped me into this metal shell? Listen, Pops. With the Titans, I'm starting to forget the past. Even feel happy again. So do me a favor and get out of here before you ruin it all!
Silas Stone is silent, but his thoughts are loud. He's a man with not much time left, a man desperate to convince his son of the truth before he goes. But for now, he leaves, exiting the apartment quietly.
Man, every time I see him, it takes days to get happy again. Why can't he just... Huh? A letter? Didn't see this before. Maybe the postman gave it to Dad.
He opens it, and it reads, Cyborg, you are cordially invited to the opening of Titan's Tower. Be there tomorrow at noon. A location and map are enclosed. Cyborg stares at the letter for a moment before pulling out a map to a small island off of San Francisco. The next day, there's a green gopher tunneling its way out of the dirt. Its eyes widen to see a towering building in the shape of an uppercase T.
Wow. Titan's Tower. Just like the letter said. But who built it? And who would I be to turn down a gift mansion?
Beast Boy makes his way through the doors of Titan's Tower, beginning his exploration.
Anyone gifts me a free palace, I take it. I mean, unless that free palace is a trap, which would be a bad idea. Beast Boy, why do you do these things? Ruining a good moment like that. I guess so much bad stuff has happened that it's kind of hard to look on the bright side. Let's see. Life check for old Garfield Logan. Parents are dead. Foster parent dies soon after being adopted. Haven't even seen my stepdad in over a year because he's out hunting down the killers. Yeah! Things are awesome! Great for old Beast Boy. I guess Kermit was right. It's not always easy being green. But you know, that's why I make so many jokes, because what's the point otherwise? If you're not laughing, then you'd probably get crushed by the crippling weight of the depression. I guess the jokes do kind of get old after a while. And if there's no jokes, then I'm just standing around, talking to myself, alone. Huh? Oh, the door's opening. Someone's coming!
Oh, look who finally decided to show up.
Jeez! You guys scared the crap out of me. You guys got a letter too?
Yeah, the thing that's bothering me is who built this? And why? I had Oracle dig up a history of this island, and she couldn't even find anything. It's like it just appeared out of thin air. Nobody gives a place like this away unless there are strings attached. Cyborg, mind hacking into the central computer and seeing what you can find?
Yeah, leader man, I got it.
A sap performing a tap. I love it.
You're living very dangerously, Greenie.
With a small gust of wind, the Flash enters the room with an urgent report.
I checked out the whole place. Even the dust is clean.
Somehow, I'm still not convinced.
You and me both, Donna. Something here isn't right.
This place is of little importance. We have to go now. Our foes are preparing to strike.
Now hold on, Raven. We're not going anywhere until we get some answers.
I warned you before, Nightwing. Back off.
It's okay, Wally. Dick is right. I've given you all very little reason to trust me. So here's the truth. Why this world is in peril. I was trained in the Temple of Azeroth to be a master of the mystic arts. It was there, while in meditation, that I first saw the visions of Trigon the Terrible. He who had torn the entire universes asunder. Then, I saw the image of his hellish army attacking the Earth. Your Justice League stood against them. But when Goron was released, they all fell dead at his feet. With them out of the way, our world fell into Trigon's grasp. He took Earth and crushed it like an overripe melon. His power is immeasurable and beyond human comprehension. Trigon's image faded, and then visions of the Fearsome Five somehow appeared. They were warning me of something. The information they gave me. They want us to fight the Justice League.
Us! Take on them!
Man, that's like sending Nats to take on the Navy! Besides, we're on the same side!
You're wrong, Victor. Somehow, I sense that it's in our best interest to do as those villains wish. For now, we must not only battle the Justice League, we must defeat them as well.
There is an uncomfortable silence lingering among the group as the weight of their situation sets in. Nightwing, the Flash, and Wonder Girl look the most uncomfortable. Their connections to the Justice League ran much deeper than the others. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the city, the Fearsome Five sat in a secret underground facility discussing their next move.
You want the Justice League defeated because they'll somehow cause your death?
Sounds insane, Light.
Nevertheless, it's the truth. And since I seem to repeatedly lose my battles against League members, this time I shall send others to do the fighting for me.
Sounds pretty backwards to me. And why the Titans? What made you think of those creeps?
I do not know.
You do not know, Light, because the Titans fit into my plans, not yours.
What? Are you crazy, Simon? What are you talking about?
Silence, fool! All that has transpired has been my doing. I have even planted our current location into the thoughts of the Titan known as Raven.
Celinda, want me to smash him?
No, Baran. Let's hear him out.
A wise decision, Shimmer. Once, I was merely Simon Jones, a physicist obsessed with piercing the barrier between dimensions. Then yesterday, I succeeded, and the results were beyond mortal understanding. I was given incredible power, and in return, an eternity of servitude to Trigon the Terrible. I had been transformed into a living psionic. Anything I could conceive, I could create, but Trigon had a mission for me, one that required your assistance. I knew that when I saw this group, you'd be the ones to help me achieve this purpose. Now, stand aside while I summon our enemies to us, for the second and final time.
With the betrayal of Simon causing a turnover in leadership in the Fearsome Five, he used his psychic powers to create a vision before the Titans in their new tower.
So where do we even find these guys, Raven? I mean, it's not like they're just gonna give us a call and... I stand corrected.
Titans, heed my wrathful words. We await you on the field of battle. Come, find out who your superiors truly are.
Windowhead here is the guy who's been causing you problems?
All right, Titans. This is it.
You want to fight, Brainy? You got one. But we're gonna make you wish you were never born.
Cyborg, no. We mustn't go. There must be alternatives.
If we can stop them, we have to try, Raven.
Wonder Girl's right. These people are out there and extremely dangerous. We can't ignore that.
Then go. I'll stay behind.
If Raven's staying, so am I.
Figures you'd want to stay behind with her.
What's that supposed to mean, Cyborg?
Enough. We have a job to do. Come on, let's show them what the Titans are made of.
Beast Boy transforms into an eagle, soaring out of the tower with Wonder Girl and Starfire flying behind him. Starfire carries Nightwing in her arms, Cyborg's boots producing engines to fly him next to the others as they went to meet the Fearsome Five in battle. This time, 5 on 5. The Flash and Raven stood atop Titan's tower, watching their team disappear into the city.
This battle is useless. Our time should be spent trying to convince the Justice League.
Can't we do that while they go fight the Fearsome Five? The League knows me. They'll listen.
I fear not, Wally. Something's very wrong with the entire situation.
Raven and Wally watch as their teammates get smaller and smaller over the horizon.
Up ahead! Raven said they'd be waiting for us on that ship.
I see Mammoth. The others must be with him.
You're kidding. You can see that far?
Can't everyone?
Below on the docks, the Fearsome Five gear up for the oncoming battle.
Simon was right. Free parade's coming, right over there. Well, let him come. Mammoth ain't afraid of no one, and no one can stop me.
We'll just have to see about that, Ugly.
Cyborg is the first to drop into battle, landing a downward kick across Mammoth's skull.
Wait! Hang back a minute, Starfire. They're baiting us. Maybe Raven was right. Maybe we shouldn't go after them right now.
But what else can we do?
Talking's a waste of time. Cream 'em!
You never did know when to hold your tongue, Gizmo. But perhaps this time you're right. A light beam should be deadly enough.
Collapsing his hands together, Dr. Light discharged a wide beam up towards the Titans, hitting them all out of the air in crippling pain. Starfire's arms tense up, releasing her grip on Dick Grayson, his body descending to the dark waters below.
Oh no, I dropped Nightwing!
That's 1 down, and 3 more helpless. I must say, I'm almost disappointed at the ease of your defeat.
But as Dr. Light prepares a fatal blow for the remaining heroes, the ground they stood on begins to shake before cracking and shattering apart.
The deck's falling apart!
What's going on?
Don't celebrate your victory just yet!
We got company, Light. And if I know my machines, that looks like a sonic amplifier.
Believe it, Shorty. I got enough power here to give you a headache for the rest of the century.
Only if you get the chance to use it, punk.
Gizmo pulls out a slingshot, launching a small disc at Cyborg. Its magnetic charge attaches itself to Victor's metallic arms, beeping once before detonating, blasting Cyborg's arms to mere shreds of wires and circuits.
My arms! Still not up to snuff. That should have blown him up completely.
Wonder Girl, Cyborg is injured. Help him while I stop Dr. Light.
Not when I have power over all light, even your starlight!
The two of them blast beams at each other, colliding and crackling in midair in a mad power struggle, all until Starfire abruptly halts, her arms forced downwards, her beam continuing to blast towards her feet now, carving a crater in the ground below her.
Huh? What is this? What are you doing?
Oh, just setting up the gravity, Toad. It'll use your own power to pull you straight to the center of the Earth.
And like a bullet, she's gone, helplessly burying herself deeper and deeper into the Earth's crust.
I can't stop!
Starfire? Starfire! Great, Hera! I can't see her! Where is she?
Probably in hell by now. But don't worry, you'll be with her soon enough.
And with a wave of Shimmer's hand, a portion of the ship's smokestack evaporates, dissolving into gas and sending the rest of it crashing down onto Donna Troy, who's barely able to catch it.
I can feel every tendon pulling. I'm strong, but this is just too heavy. I can't hold it any... Huh? What? Something's pulling me. I can't move a muscle!
Donna Troy's arms are forced to her sides, the smokestack falling next to her as she rises up through a hole in the deck of the ship, held in the psychic grip of Simon.
I should have known it'd be you.
Ah, but you didn't. And that is why I am superior.
With Simon's arms extended, a lamp moves towards Donna, the cord wrapping itself around her body.
You're trying to restrain me with a lamp wire. Really not proving your point. I can snap out of this like... Huh? Still can't move. And the wire's constricting.
Yes, my dear. You see, my power permits me to do almost anything, including putting you in a deep sleep with just the touch of my hand.
No. No!
Shh. Sleep well, my dear, for when you awaken, your very soul will belong to me.
Down on the dock, a black-suited hand reaches desperately out of the water, Nightwing pulling himself up, gasping for breath as he looks at Cyborg's shattered body in horror. He knew he had to act fast, but it was already too late. The towering mammoth stood over him, wrenching his fist back before launching it forward to knock Nightwing's lights out. Less than 2 miles away, the wind moans in agony as it tears across the roof of Titan Tower. Raven and the Flash standing in conversation.
I don't understand, Raven. Why do the others keep coming down on you? Especially Nightwing.
Dick is a man who requires facts, not faith. And I have given very little of either. Perhaps now that Trigon is making his final move, I should reveal... No. I can sense their pain. All of them are unconscious, except for Starfire and Beast Boy. Wally, they need help.
And in an instant, he's gone, sprinting towards the docks where Starfire emerges from a hole in the ground, blasting Mammoth back towards the edge of the dock.
I finally managed to destroy my shackles, but why don't my starbolts work on you?
I made it. Man, this is worse than I thought. Nightwing, Wonder Girl, and Cyborg are down. Now I've really got to stop them. Oh!
Fools! My body's so dense that nothing can hurt me! Nothing!
Well, don't break your arm patting your own back.
A green ram plowed its way through Gizmo and Dr. Light, sprinting head-on towards Mammoth.
Oh! Another one? I thought we beat this guy already.
Surprise! Ha ha! And for my next trick, go.
Spoiler. Wake me up in 5 minutes.
Appearing from behind him stood Simon, his hand outstretched over the transformed sleeping Beast Boy, while Mammoth managed to snag Starfire out of the air by her arm.
Oh, yeah, I got this one. I will break you.
They're all down because I wasn't here to help earlier. And I'm gonna make up for that now. You better believe it!
In a blast of speed and wind, the Flash takes off, darting around Mammoth with punches all around his body. But it feels like punching a brick wall. But Wally knows he has to fight, knows he has to protect his friends. Mammoth swipes at the air around him, but is never quite able to land anything on the Flash.
Mammoth, he moves too quickly for your reflexes. Let my mind control your actions.
Do whatever you want, Domehead, but there's no one faster than...
Huh? I didn't even see him, but I knocked him out cold. We got them all, Simon, just like you said. So what now?
Precisely what Dr. Light had planned, my friend.
Huh? You mean we're after the same thing?
No, Doctor. You seek to destroy your foes. I seek to destroy a world.
Raven watched in horror as her friends' bodies littered the ground, her eyes shut, focusing an agonizing dark energy.
I have no choice now. I have to go to the orbiting watchtower. I have to find the Justice League.
Titans Rise, Part 3, The Fearsome 5. Written, directed, edited, and produced by Matthew Dawson. Based on the stories of Marv Wolfman. Starring Crystal Storm as the narrator, Chelsea Krause as Raven, Josh Wells as Mammoth, Vanessa Benoit as Starfire, Ryan Doe as Nightwing, Brian Safara as The Flash, Jace Corbett as Cyborg, Joel Hunter as Dr. Light, Mackenzie McClure as Beast Boy, Lana Rose as Shimmer, Jay Rocks as Simon, Glenda Villamar as Donna Troy, Mickey Smith as Gizmo, Matthew Dawson as Myandir, Dante Majors as Silas Stone, and Gerald Hill as Trogar. This production is the effort of Mortalverse Audio Dramas and its volunteering associates. It is in no way affiliated with or representative of Warner Brothers or DC Comics and their characters. This project was created by the fans, for the fans, to show our appreciation towards this franchise. This project has been released for free. Thank you to everyone who helped bring this project to life. Mortalverse Audio Dramas will always be grateful for your time and dedication to this project. Here at Mortalverse Audio Dramas, we believe that real voice work is done by real voice actors, none of which in this episode consent to having their voice used or replicated by any AI means.